This is the story of Jesus calls the 12 disciples, found in Following Jesus, the 6th story. You can also, in your preparation, find that the disciples will all have their name and be very specific to the story listed on the bottom as you prepare. The Sea of Galilee. It's a large sea. Many amazing stories and things happen around the Sea of Galilee. We need just a portion of it to help us get ready for today's story. The sea can be a rough, an adventurous place. Waves can be big, it can be unsettling. But when the wind comes and blows, the sea calms, and it can be peaceful. There are mountains around the seas as well. One day, Jesus was teaching near the shore, and large crowds had come and gathered to hear what he was saying. Jesus was teaching about the kingdom of God. The crowds were not understanding what he was saying. Jesus continued to heal the sick, and he cast out unclean spirits. He showed them the way. Jesus left the crowd and went up on a mountain. While up on the mountain, he called 12 special people to be with him. He called Peter. He called James. He called John. He called Andrew. He called Philip. He called Bartholomew. He called Levi. And Thomas. And James. And Thaddeus. Simon. And Judas. Jesus had other disciples. Some were women, some were children. These were known as the 12 disciples and followed Jesus. They had been following Jesus, learning the stories and listening to his stories on the kingdom of God. Jesus told them, "The kingdom of God is at hand. Go to the villages and tell them about the good news of the kingdom of God. Heal the sick and cast out the unclean spirits." So Judas and Simon had gone out. And the others had gone as well. And they did what Jesus had commanded, telling the villages of the good news that the kingdom of God was also at hand. They healed the sick. They cast out unclean spirits. And after some time, they returned to Jesus. I wonder how it felt to be called by Jesus. I wonder what the disciples said about the kingdom. I wonder what it felt like to be healed. I wonder what it was like to be in the crowd and see these 12 called. I wonder what the meaning of the story is for us today. This is the story of Jesus calling the 12 disciples.